At one point, he was the king of custom sneakers, turning Jordans into luxury art and building a multi-million-dollar empire. And his name quickly became a worldwide phenomenon. Just about everywhere you looked, every celebrity, every sport, his custom work was somehow involved. And at the absolute peak of his fame, Nike came knocking and everything came crashing down. This is the story of the shoe surgeon. So, this all started from one man named Dubinick. He was better known as the shoe surgeon. And where he got his name, the shoe surgeon, was basically he would take apart sneakers and put them back together, but with different materials. And this is where the name came from. But he wasn't just a customizer. He was a businessman, designer, and artist who helped define the hypebeast era. And he built a cult following, turning regular Nikes into one-of-a-kind luxury sneakers. Like python skin Jordans, off-white Louis Vuitton sneakers, diamond-studded Air Force Ones. I mean, any custom sneaker that you can imagine, he's probably done. And at one point, you could not scroll Instagram without seeing his custom sneakers somewhere. And as sneaker culture exploded in the 2010s, so did the shoe surgeon. And the story goes that he got his start when he got reached out to by will.i.am for custom sneakers. And through this, he was introduced to Justin Bieber's management, and then the rest was history. After this, he's went on to collaborate with people like LeBron James, Drake, Justin Bieber, DJ Khaled, and he's even worked with brands like Lanvin, Gucci, Ruffles, Wingstop, I think even Adidas at one point. I mean, we're talking about one of the greatest sneaker customizers of all time. And his custom sneakers were selling for thousands of dollars. And when I say sneaker customizer, don't get it twisted. It's not like he was going out and just buying Jordans or Air Force Ones and painting over the top of them and selling them. I mean, we're talking about recreating the shoe all together with correct measurements and cutting out the materials perfectly and recreating his own version with the proper measurements out of luxury materials. Just about the only thing that he was using from the actual Nike shoe was, I'm assuming, just the soles. Pretty much everything else was custom. And the shoe surgeon custom sneakers were selling for thousands and thousands of dollars. These weren't just like $200-300 customs. Like, most of these went from anywhere between $2,000 and like $10,000, with some of them being even more expensive. And throughout his popularity, he began opening up a studio where he taught classes on how to make these custom sneakers. And at the time, he built a brand that felt untouchable. And oh yeah, his classes weren't cheap either. The shoe surgeon charged anywhere between $3,000 and $6,000 for a multi-day workshop where students would learn the whole sneaker reconstruction process. And it wasn't just a class, this was like a full multi-day experience. And the students walked away with a custom pair of one-of-one Jordans and a certificate that would hopefully make them the next big name in the sneaker design industry. And his reach extended beyond just sneakers and hypebeasts. He has created a lot of custom footwear for sports and celebrities in this whole sports industry. Like, for example, he's created tons of custom cleats for NFL players. Like, it seems like every time that there was an NFL player that was wearing some sort of custom cleats, like, it was the shoe surgeon. There was not a lot of other people that were doing this. And the specific ones that stand out was Odell Beckham's diamond and gold cleats, which were literally cleats that were made of, I think, like python skin, some sort of snake skin with a real gold swoosh with real diamonds on them. These cleats were supposedly around $200,000, which is insane. If like one of those diamonds falls out or it falls off, like that's a big deal. But there's even been custom stuff that's even more expensive than these. Like, for example, Jake Paul set out to make the most expensive boxing walkout uniform ever. And the shoe surgeon and Jake Paul have worked together on multiple different like outfits and boxing shoes. Like, he made some custom Travis Scott boxing shoes for him back in the day. But specifically, the one I'm talking about is his fight with Mike Tyson, where his walkout outfit supposedly was over $1 million. And on his boxing shoes and on his trunks, he had real diamonds, like $1 million worth. Basically, what I'm getting at, the shoe surgeon was the go-to person for anything custom. And he was everywhere. I mean, the pinnacle of design, luxury, and hypebeast culture in general. But this soon came to a crashing halt, no matter how much he tried to ignore it. So, it very first started with Goyard, actually. And Goyard began suing the shoe surgeon for trademark infringement. And these were for his custom sneakers that involved the Goyard print on the side. And a few of these sneakers, the shoe surgeon was selling for over $7,000. But basically, what copyright infringement is that they thought the shoe surgeon's customers might think that this was a real collab with Goyard. And during this Goyard lawsuit, they demanded a cease and desist. Basically means like he had to pull all of the Goyard products off of his site and no longer sell them anymore. But this was just the beginning. In February 2024 is when everything came crashing down, and this was when Nike filed a lawsuit against the shoe surgeon. And they also accused him of trademark infringement. And they claimed that he was illegally profiting off of their IP by customizing and reselling their iconic silhouettes, especially the Air Jordan 1. But this Nike lawsuit wasn't just a simple cease and desist. Nike highlighted that the shoe surgeon had openly been using their protected trademarks, including the swoosh, the Jordan 1 silhouette, and the Air branding. And he was allegedly selling them for thousands of dollars, which he was. But what made this case different was the scale. Nike argued that Dubinick wasn't just a hobbyist that was just customizing sneakers. They claimed that he was running a full-scale operation that rivaled their own distribution, and that his customs were being marketed as Nike sneakers, as well as promoted on social media and even sold in big collaborations with big brands. Which this part kind of confused me, because the shoe surgeon did collaborations with Ruffles, Wingstop, he did Twix and Celsius, as well as eBay as well. Even the Miami Heat. And this is what always confused me personally, because he was doing collaborations with the brand and Nike had no involvement. Like, it wasn't a Nike and Wingstop collab or a Nike and Ruffles collab. It was a shoe surgeon X Ruffles, shoe surgeon X Wingstop collab. But they were Nike sneakers, but they weren't Nike collab. But in this lawsuit, Nike pointed out his corporate partnerships that involve Nike-based custom sneakers as a key issue in this lawsuit. And the court documents stated the defendant's products are likely to cause confusion, mistake, and deception among customers and dilute the distinctive quality of Nike's trademarks. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this wasn't just like a little lawsuit. This was for $60 million. They were coming after the shoe surgeon for just about everything that he made off these custom sneakers, like forever. And they also came for his sneaker customization school as well. And they basically said that he was charging people thousands of dollars to learn how to copyright or replicate Jordan sneakers. And during all this, the shoe surgeon actually made a statement, and the statement pretty much said that he was confused as to why Nike is coming to him for a lawsuit when they could have just had like a conversation about this and like hashed it out. And he said in this statement that they could come together and turn this into a win for the culture. And this could have been cool, like a Nike shoe surgeon collab, which I don't know if they've ever done a Nike shoe surgeon collab. I don't know that. But during this lawsuit, they actually went into detail about the lengths that they went to discuss this with Dubinick without the lawsuit. And they mentioned multiple cease and desist orders that they sent the shoe surgeon, and that they tried to settle this outside of court and legal documents. But they stated that the shoe surgeon would just comply and take the shoes down, and then once the dust settled and like everything was over, like a month or two later, then he would just start doing the same thing again, making fake Nike sneakers and selling them on his website. And after months and months of silence and legal tension, a quiet settlement was reached. And while the full terms weren't disclosed publicly, sources close to this case claimed that Dubinick agreed to stop selling any customs that used Nike trademarks and effectively had to shut down his entire business model. His website changed, his products disappeared, and his brand was forced to rebrand, which never really happened. And this was pretty much just the end of the shoe surgeon. But the story didn't just end there. During the heat of all this, the shoe surgeon and his company Surgeon Worldwide actually did a collaboration with Urban Necessities, which was another massive name in this whole sneaker culture industry. And for those of you who haven't seen my last video, I would strongly advise for you to go watch that, because the shoe surgeon and JC Lopez, the owner of Urban Necessities, came together, and the store Urban Necessities is under a lot of fire right now, legally and by the owner, JC Lopez, or Urban Necessities like owner. Basically, he's claiming that the shoe surgeon and his company involving this guy named Dallas stole millions and millions of dollars from him and took out loans under him and his business name, and also left him legally liable. And the shoe surgeon is getting a lot of hate right now, as well as this other guy, and it's really intense. But to understand that, you guys would have to watch my last video. But this whole Urban Necessities shoe surgeon thing was supposed to be huge, and the shoe surgeon and his company was pretty much set to take over Urban Necessities. And just as of recently, in June 2025, legal disputes erupted again for the shoe surgeon, and the shoe surgeon reportedly clashed over the direction of this partnership, finances, and allegedly broken agreements. And some even speculate that he stole money from Urban Necessities and JC Lopez and used this money that he stole from them to pay for this whole Nike lawsuit. Like I said, that's just a rumor, I don't know. But from celebrity designer to legal battles, the shoe surgeon's story is a cautionary tale about the blurred lines between creativity and copyright. In a culture that is obsessed with high hype, luxury, and reinvention? What happens when art starts looking too much like the original? And more importantly, who really owns the sneaker? And that pretty much wraps up today's video. Ooh, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. This one was pretty good. I just wanted to say thank you guys for the continued support on these videos. After leaving you guys for like almost a year, I came back and completely changed up my whole style and my niche. And some of you guys have stuck with me. Some of you guys have left me out to dry. But all the people that stayed with me, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. And I just recently went to SneakerCon Atlanta and I got to meet a bunch of you guys. I took a bunch of pictures with you guys. So I'm really grateful. I love you guys. And also with how busy I've been with traveling and all this SneakerCon and all this kind of stuff, my upload schedule has been all over the place. It used to be every Wednesday and Sunday. Now I'm aiming for every Wednesday. I'm sure this video is going to go up at the end of the week or Friday or Saturday or Sunday. I don't know when this is going to go up, but I'm trying to get back to that consistent schedule of at least every Wednesday. So stick with me. I love you guys so much. And that being said, if you guys haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, hit that little notification bell so you get notified every time I post. And oh yeah, follow my Instagram for all the videos that don't make the cut for YouTube. So sneaker videos right there, and also the pop culture stuff that doesn't make YouTube. Anyways, I love you guys so much. We'll see you in the next video. Peace out.